So I wound up having to re-record this video. For some reason, when I recorded it at the time, I didn't capture my microphone, so that was a little disappointing. But one of the things that I started to notice, I'm kind of new to the lore, and I don't really understand it that much. Kind of just getting into more recent activities and whatnot. But one of the things that I've noticed is that when destroying these seekers, they drop corpses, which is terrifying in and of itself, but we saw the trailer for that, so that's kind of expected. The other thing is these elements. Now, when I read the description on them, I kind of gave a brief, like, vague description that it comes from something larger and that it still pulses with power from whatever it came from. And initially it didn't make hardly any sense to me whatsoever. But after kind of considering it, I looked at the icon, which was didn't really tell me much, but it has that sort of Jovian look to that green theme. And I went to the Jovian Observatory in the nearby area and noticed that it's all torn up, which again we saw from the trailer. But one of the interesting things, as I get to in the video, is that the torn up bits of the observatory, the parts that are completely separated from the structure, are still kind of pulsing with that green power. It looks like it's sort of like drawing almost electricity, even though it shouldn't. And like right here, for instance, part of the wreckage is completely removed from the structure itself, that has absolutely no connection, is still pulsing with that same kind of power. So I got this theory that maybe the elements that come off of the Seekers are actually part of those Jovian structures, while not actually directly stating it. It's just a theory. Like I said, I'm kind of new to the lore and I don't really know, so obviously I'm sure there's somebody with a better explanation than that. But as we get to here in a second, I decided to warp to the unidentified wormhole to try to see if I could find some more of those Seekers. They're really vengeful. Initially, I went in and killed a few of them, and they chased me down to a station and decided to station camp me for a while. But after I repaired and rearmed, I decided to, go check this out and make this video. Now, when I warp to the wormhole here, I noticed that there's something different, something that's not on my overview, which kind of caught me off guard at first. I thought maybe my overview was messing up. And it turns out it's actually some drifter battleships with some names that I hadn't recognized previously, because I've never seen the drifter battleships in person before. And one of the things that I really wanted to get to was actually seeing what the description was, because I only briefly checked it before I kind of got curious to see whether or not they were going to engage me. And it took them a little bit, but eventually they did actually start firing on me, and I very, very, very quickly lost an Aliastra thorax. So that was an interesting, if amusing, little occurrence that I didn't expect to happen. But anyway, so that's just my theory and this nifty little occurrence that went down. So hope you enjoyed.